Smoke and mirrors, guys. Welcome to the movie factory.
Ooh, so exciting, isn't it?
Trust me.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Ferocious, aren't I? I'm trying to put Tiger Bomb on this jungle's nuts.
I want your eyes, bitch!
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
You're not gonna die!
You bitch.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on!
Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
You're gonna see some serious shit.
All right, Smoke and Mirrors. This is episode 54. You're joined by Rob, Dave, and Triz, and we are the Smoke and Mirrors guys.
Quarantine Quentins.
Quarantine. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, Tristan.
Fucking hell, mate. We're out here. Fucking Lockie D came around again, so we're just fucking chilling out.
Oh, no way.
Remote fucking recording.
Lockie D. Fucking Lockie D might be on for the next the next week as well.
Next month.
Fuck.
People just can't get their shit together.
Fucking hell.
Are you living there, Beatty?
Yeah, going good, man. Going good. I got over most of that sickness. Rested up.
So,
Well. How you going? You were sick there last week.
I'm alright. I'm still coughing though, which is weird. It's like that dry, annoying cough. The old man cough. It kills me. I'm so sick.
There's a bunch of sick cunts.
It's contagious, alright?
Sick bastards.
How you going, Triz?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Fucking living. Just been gaming, working. Fucking, like I mentioned before, Lucky D in the place to be, so I just got nowhere to be.
Big Darren Lockyears.
Exactly.
Sucking a lozenge can.
I know. Fucking Strepsil Stanley over here.
All right, we're live from lockdown. Thank you. So let's get into our streaming news. All right, so first off the bat, so Blumhouse has acquired this movie called The Deep House from these two directors, right? And this one's going to premiere on Epix, which is like one of their streaming services over in the States. So this one's about this couple that like they go not deep sea diving, but like they go diving, right? And they go to the bottom of this lake and they find this house. So the house has like an air pocket in it. And when they go in there, they're exploring and stuff like that. And then air's running out and stuff. And then they find that they're not the only people in the house. And then shit goes down. Sounds pretty good.
There's somebody in this room. No. There's somebody in this room.
I was going to ask if this was a prequel to Little Nicky, to be honest.
Deep South.
You know what's crazy is that they did this for real over in the US, right? So whenever there'd be like, a consistently black town, they'd have like everything they need. They'd have a shop, they'd have everything to support this whole black community, and they'd have college in some of them and whatnot. They'd come through and they'd either scare them away using their racist tactics, or they'd just make some shit up and get them to leave, make it really hard for them. They'd flood the town and then have a new lake on top of wherever the black people were living. If you go to those lakes now and dive down, those towns are still there.
That's fucked.
There's churches, there's everything there that you can go.
Is that
Go on.
Is that like the Ozarks?
It's everywhere. They did it everywhere. Everywhere there was a prominent sort of black new township or something like that. That's what they do. Yeah, it's wild. You can do that now. There's like 10 or 15 lakes in America that are exactly like that. It's wild.
That's scary shit, man.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. But on to the next point of news. So we got Dwayne the Cock Johnson, Senor Cockadoo has signed a deal with Amazon Studios. It's for this film called Red One. Now, they're saying it's a very Santa Christmas themed film, but there's implications like in front of the film where it could move into like gift giving, things like that. There's no real synopsis for the film just yet. All that we know is that it's possibly Santa related, and it's a Christmas movie starring The Rock Johnson, so you know there's bound to be some kind of fucking comedy and action in there as well.
Yeah. And it's a 4-quadrant. Like action adventure type shit, eh?
Yeah. Like, I feel like every movie that stars like The Rock needs to end off with him doing the... And it just ends with like, The Rock can smell what you're cooking. You know what I mean?
Jeez. This sounds like such a
For
deal.
me, yeah, man. This deal that he's doing is next level. But I always thought he had a deal over there at Netflix already.
He does. Well, no, he doesn't himself, but he's got fingers in so many pies. But that's what I was going to say. Like, this sounds like such a deal that The Rock would make because, like, with Netflix, it's that Red Notice.
Mm.
With NBC and Hulu, it's that Young Rock.
Mm.
With HBO, he's got Ballers
on there. And then now on Amazon, like, he's got Red One dominating. And then he's still got, like, his studio pictures that he's got. So he's got his WB influences in there as well. He's just got and Disney's got Jungle Cruise. Like, we won't be, like, you know, getting any radio silence from Rocky Johnson for a while.
Rocky Johnson.
Yeah, I was just gonna say whenever I think of The Rock, it's always just that "shut up, bitch." that's what I think of. He's in the ring one time. He says it to someone. It's hilarious. Like they're just talking, and then you just hear him out of nowhere. "Shut up, bitch!" He fucking dies. It was dies every time. It's like the best thing to post on someone's post on just to troll. Yeah. All right. So our next piece of news is in regards to Antonio Banderas. So Banderas is he's shooting this movie. Is it a movie or show?
Show.
So it's a limited series. Sorry.
Yeah.
Called The Monster of Florence. Right. So this is based on the book by Doug Preston, who did The Relic, I'm pretty sure, and this Italian crime reporter called Mario Spezzi. So it's basically a deconstruction of like these murders that happened between 68 to 85, so nearly 21 years, right? That they just it's set around Florence.
Yep.
And it was just like really, really grisly stuff, like, you know, if it does sound familiar to you, this was like a little, I don't know, a little offshoot in the novel for Hannibal, right? So they even sort of
kind of reference
it in the movie. So yeah, it's weird. In the movie, it's when he's taking the Commendatore up and he's going to slit his belly and spill his guts, Pazzi, he looks over at someone, and that's supposed to be Il Monstro.
Yeah.
But yeah, this sounds pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I read it, I was like, oh shit. But it's weird though, because this was originally going to get done by like Cruise and Macquarie. So I don't know. It's just weird seeing Banderas play, if he is going to play, or what's his face, an Italian.
Yeah. Hopefully he is the serial killer. Like,
that'd be cool if he was.
Yeah, because that'd be the most. You go.
They'd have to massively de-age him though. We're talking about 20 years here.
But like, did they ever catch this guy or Monstro?
Doesn't sound like it.
Because like they might not know how old he actually was when he was doing the killings. Know what I mean?
Yeah, but if he's like Banderas' age, is he really going to come out like 85 years old and just hoe into people? Like,
Banderas kind of looked good though. Still looks
He
good.
does. He does. He's in shape. He doesn't look as in shape in bloody what's his face, Hitman's bodyguard's wife.
True.
Looks a bit old in that.
Yeah. He did look good in Expendables 3. He kind of looked youngish in Dr. Dolittle. Or Doolittle. The Robert Downey one.
Is he in there?
Yeah, he's one of the characters in there.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a big old beard in there too.
Big bushy beard.
So the Weeknd from Blinding Lights fame. Do you know that album is like 44 times platinum?
Yeah, Abel's a beast.
Abel is a beast.
Fucking legend. So he's going to co-write and create this show called The Idol. And what it's about, it's this like young pop starlet, right? And she starts going out with this nightclub owner. Everything's going all right. Finds out nightclub owner is a fucking cult leader.
Jesus.
Yeah. It sounds freaky. So this is getting set up at HBO. Could be good, man. So he's like...
Could be good.
He's going to star.
Is he going to star in that?
Yeah, he's going to star. He's going to
Is he going to be
co-write.
the nightclub owner or not?
I don't know. Be cool if he is. Hopefully he gets rid of like the afro because it sounds like the afro like looks a bit too suspicious.
Too cultish?
Yeah. Like it's a bit too obvious. Like hopefully he's like completely changes his look again for the next album because you know he changes looks all the time and just goes bald.
I want him to cast. Yeah. I want him to cast that guy that's always in all of his videos, that weird looking fucker.
The older guy? Yeah.
Get him.
Yeah.
I suppose if he's doing the treatments and whatnot for his videos, like this movie should be good. Oh, this is it a movie or
Show.
This show should be good.
Curates the whole fucking
Quite interesting.
soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, those vibes would be next level.
Fucking oath.
He's a nightclub owner as well.
It's a vibe. So we have, still staying with HBO, we've got a new casting for The Last of Us. Nico Parker. She is going to be playing Sarah, or Joel's daughter, for anyone who's played the game. Fucking really excited about that. And as well as that, like following on top of that, Gabriel Luna posted a picture, like a selfie of him with all the cast behind him in this car because they've begun fucking filming.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm excited, man. And Gabriel Luna's got like longish hair. Threw me off, eh? I'm so used to that, the Caesar.
Yeah. But he suits that long hair.
Yeah.
Like it changes his face completely.
Mm.
Like he looks more friendly.
Yeah, he looks very gentle now.
Yeah.
Fucking Gabriel Luna.
And Tommy in the game looked very, very disheveled.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Especially in the second
Tommy
one.
looked like he ain't sleep, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just can't. But yeah.
He hasn't
Did you
slept
see there's
once.
houses in the US where there's this mold infestation where like these mushrooms grow out of the walls?
No.
Scared the shit out of me because I was thinking just cordyceps. I burned the whole fucking house down, man.
Badly. That shit's scary.
Burn the whole place
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. This photo was funny because like they're all smiling and shit in there, but like in that scene, if it is the scene,
Yeah.
like that chick, Nico Parker, is gonna die.
Yep.
I was
She is
wondering
gonna
about
die.
that. Yeah, like, do you reckon they'll introduce some kind of like, I don't know, psychosis episodes where Joel sees Nico Parker throughout the show?
That'd
I
be
hope
cool,
so.
especially
Yeah.
like in comparison to Ellie,
Mm.
Yeah.
like and actually
Yeah.
seeing that trauma because that scene is a dream
Mm.
Yeah.
in the first one. So he's obviously haunted by it, and they did say that they're gonna like not put out as many action scenes or not include as many action scenes to focus in on character. This shit could be like, you know, kind of next level in terms of like dramatic performances and set
Yeah.
pieces.
This could be the drama. Fuck. This could be the dramatic thriller we've been waiting for.
Fuck yeah. And I'm here for it.
Fucking better
Fucking
be.
oath.
All right, so Nick Offerman, you know, from Parks and Rec and all that good stuff. Overall, just hilarious man.
Yeah.
He's an everyman, this man.
Mm-hmm.
Those loves it. So,
And he puts you to sleep.
but yeah,
I said, and he'll put you to sleep because
badly that voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's set to star in a remake of A League of Their Own. Right, so he's going to play Casey Dove Porter, and he's famous because he actually pitched a ball and hit a dove. Like, yeah, and it just exploded. Like there's videos that you can see now online of like this pitcher throwing this ball, and you just see like the bird sort of just get in contact with that ball and just explode, man. But yeah, he's going to play Casey Dove Porter, and he's going to be the coach of this team called the Rockford Peaches, right? So it's going to be an hour-long series over at Amazon, and yeah, it's just going to tell the story of, you know, this generation of women that wanted to play professional baseball, and yeah, all the issues with race and all that sort of stuff back in that day, because it is going to be set in the early times. When is it? I don't know when, but yeah, I think it's usually around the 60s, because that's women started playing sports around then, because all of the men were at war, so they weren't actually playing any games. So,
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Shit.
Yeah, man, this is quite exciting actually.
Yeah.
So they're the guys that brought us Broad City. So Abby Jacobson and Will Graham, they're gonna do this. Yeah, it's exciting.
That's sick.
I just hope we get some good comedy out of Offerman. Some of the girls that they cast are just really, really good as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, it would have been.
Like, if you get an Offerman, like, the rest of the cast should be pretty fucking good.
And you need to have Danny McBride in there somewhere.
And if it's
You're fucking out.
Danny McBride should be the rival coach on some team. That'd be awesome.
Still needs to have that slick fucking mullet though, man.
Beautiful.
All right.
You know, he tells a story of him hanging out with Ye.
Danny McBride.
Yeah. He also tells a story of him being, I think, out in Galveston or somewhere in Texas, and there's this beach that's all cordoned off.
Oh yeah.
And you can go find megalodon teeth and whatnot there, right on the beach. But that's the reason why they cordon it off, because it's like, you know, it's a archaeological site. And like one of the things that he did with this guy was, like, he went out there and basically broke in and went and stole some ancient dinosaur teeth. Hilarious.
That's crazy.
You know.
So we got some bad news.
That's the worst news.
Lovecraft Country will not be continuing as a show. So HBO has confirmed that it'll stick to being a limited series, because Misha Green said, I don't have any more stories to tell. The original author Matt Ruff's novel also ends where the show ends, like with some differences and whatnot.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So he hasn't written a sequel or anything like that. But it's just disappointing, because like the show was fire.
I love
so
that show.
good. But yeah, I'm kind of glad, because the show was pretty self-contained. It tied up a lot of those loose endings and whatnot, and like it left a lot to be imagined in terms of what happens in the future with what's his face's son. Shit, it's the main character's name. It's not Ern. I want to say like Titus or something like that.
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, John Majors' son's future.
No, that's Son's Anarchy.
Yeah.
Damn it. Now I've got to look it up. It will haunt me forever.
You know, back in the day, the game was you couldn't use Google.
Atticus.
Oh, it's good.
His
Atticus.
Name is Atticus.
Yeah. Tick.
Yes.
As they call him, Tick.
Yeah, Tick Son. Ah, well, next time.
Mm-hmm.
Or hopefully. But this is the thing with limited series, eh? Like, sometimes you want them to keep going, like Watchmen, this, and sometimes you're just like, yeah, cool, like, I'm happy with the one and done. Know what I mean?
Yeah. I just, it feels unfinished, though.
Okay.
For me, it feels unfinished.
Yeah.
Lovecraft. Like, she's at the end that the little girl's got powers, everyone got powers, and then, you know, what happens after that? They're going into a world of, you know, systemic racism. They didn't lead that world. Are they going to use those powers now? Is this the start of the Watchmen? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. But, like, I'm also glad that we don't get the chance for them to fuck it up either.
Yeah,
Because they could have just took it.
I like that they did.
They could have
Go
just
on.
took it way too far.
I like that they didn't like, you know, oh, okay, the book's finished, but we can continue on our story from here. Like, some people have done that and just ruined.
I don't know. Because it might not be as good.
Yeah. Might not. It's always never as good.
Yeah. They they do that with anime, unfortunately. So they'll follow the manga, and then, for example, with Bleach, because they were releasing the episodes in line with the chapters in the manga, because the manga takes so long to draw, they were like, fuck it, we'll just make our own episodes, and then we'll just follow in with the canon shit later on when it's released. So they do like 3 seasons worth of filler, and then finally you get back to canon shit. So people are sitting here watching the most bullshit stuff. Like, there could be episodes where a homie just goes out to go shopping and then just has like these crazy memories and shit like that. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Doesn't move the story along at all.
Today, Junior.
And that's it for streaming news this week. Quite light.
That's a wrap. Yeah. For now, until like all these summer movies start hitting, which is very soon, and then it's just, we're going to see trailers, we're going to see everything.
Yeah, we're going to get that summer in Netflix as well. You watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And then all the good movies start coming out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. And like, it's getting into horror season as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by the good movies.
All right. It's time to fan the hammer. These are the details and just the details that we got. All right.
May I ask one question? Can we have that clip from Inglourious Basterds to play here? You got to make it dead 15 seconds. You think you could do it?
Like, I would be spitting this shit like Twisters.
I feel like I'm running over.
All right. So we got Timothy Oliphant, Justin Cornwell, Jessie May Lee, Quellen Sepulveda, Sonny Pang, Louis Guzman, Yao Yan Yan, and Michelle Waterson, the UFC fighter, joining Tom Hardy and Forrest Whitaker in Gareth Evans' Havoc. John Lithgow is returning as a Trinity killer in the Dexter revival. Hopefully he's not naked. HBO Succession, which we haven't watched, so we're not expanding on it, is aiming to finish out the series at either season 4 or season 5. What I heard, it's good. What is also good is the Good Omen show with David Tennant and Michael Sheen has been renewed 2 years later for a second season at Amazon. Ethan Hawke has secretly joined the cast of Knives Out 2, where he's got a ponytail and a weird gun. Pause. The Last Voyage of the Demeter, the Bram Stoker's Dracula short story, adds David Dastmalchian and Liam Cunningham, the Onion Knight. And Charlize Theron has confirmed the Old Guard 2 will start shooting early next year. Lucas Marinelli and Marwan Jafar. Yeah. What's his name?
Marwan
Kanzari. Yeah. He's back. He's back too. They're both back. I like it. Apple TV Plus has reduced its trial offer from a year to 3 months, which still ain't that fucking bad. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has wrapped filming. They fucking zoomed through that. Benedict Wong, Danny McBride, and Gemma Chan will join John David Washington and Gareth Edwards' True Love, the other Gareth in this list. And we've had a whole bunch of movies start production this week with Aquaman 2, Knives Out 2, John Wick Chapter 4, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which has started filming. Mm-hmm. Benedict Cumberbatch has joined Dungeons and Dragons because he's had some downtime in between Doctor Strange and the pickups. Scott Adkins has joined John Wick Chapter 4, which is like perfect casting. Hopefully he's utilized well. Last Night in Soho, not Solo, which is the Star Wars porno, has been pushed back 1 week to 29th of October. Ron Perlman will voice Optimus Primal in Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I'm not sure if I like that news because Peter Cullen is a fucking beast all by himself.
Yes, sir.
And that is all for Fan the Hammer.
Was it different?
Yeah, it's Optimus Primal.
Was Peter Cullen still the voice of Primal?
I don't know, actually. I don't see why not.
Because that was like kind of new.
It's not like
I don't see why not.
It's not like new skin, new me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So
very good there, BD.
It's
very
good.
Yeah.
Insert gunshots here.
this is what I got.
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
All right. Straight into film news.
Ooh. So we got Riddick 4. Vin Diesel will unfortunately be attending the motherland of Australia to start filming Riddick 4. So apparently David Toy's finished up scripting and all that shit, so we might be seeing a fourth Riddick, which I'm not mad about, but considering Vin Diesel's current slate of movies, they're looking to do, a double movie feature for fucking Fast 10. They're only looking to start filming this maybe in 2022 or 2023.
Yeah. Yeah. There could be a game as well that's coming.
Yeah, so especially after like the success of Butcher Bay, and then unfortunately Dark Athena after that, which wasn't as good.
Wasn't it?
But nah. They were trying to do the exact same thing.
Dark Athena was just a remake of Butcher Bay.
So they had like extra bits in that shit and everything.
Yeah, it was like Butcher Bay director's cut.
The director's cut. But yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm telling you guys before. I don't know how I feel about having Vin Diesel so close in Australia.
Yeah, but
it's just too much family. I don't know how we can handle it.
I'll be scared if Lockie D is over and I'm walking down the street and I hear Drunken Love start playing. I start running, dog. Like that's all I'm saying.
Badly. Mans gets too lit sometimes. You forget that he's like, half Puerto Rican sometimes. Like
Do you think Vin Diesel gonna eat all the gravel?
He just gets lit. Yeah.
My boys ain't grabbing in.
BHP is gonna run out of stock, mate.
Fucking hell.
His voice is gonna have a fucking red tinge from all the red dirt that we have. Fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Lionsgate. So Lionsgate set some release dates here.
Yeah.
And excitedly, they set the release date for the Nick Cage movie that I've been waiting for God knows how long, called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. So this is the one that we've spoken about 3 or 4 times, where Cage plays Cage and, gets recruited by the CIA. And then has to, take down this dictator as Cage. But in the movie, he gets to do some of his most, revered characters ever. So, we're talking Face Off, we're talking Con Air, we're talking all that sort of stuff. This is going to be the best. I watched Willy's Wonderland and I thoroughly enjoyed it, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I put it on my list because it was on Hulu.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, that's exciting for me. The other thing that the other two movies that we're getting is this movie called The Unbreakable Boy,
Yeah.
starring Zachary Levi. It focuses on this boy that's born in Austin, and he's got this rare bone disease and autism.
Yep.
And despite all that, he just has a really fun life.
Yeah, because he's got a good outlook on life.
He's got a good outlook. His dad, Zachary Levi, would be playing the dad of this, so it's not going to be like him Shazamming.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one. It's written by John Gunn. I don't know if there's any relation to old James there.
Or Tommy.
And finally, we have the Jesus Music, right? It's this documentary by the Irwin brothers, and follows the rise of Jesus music from the 1960s all the way up until now. Right, so that's going to get released on October 1st, 2021. And this is going to basically follow the path from the beginnings in Calvary Chapel all the way through to now to Christian contemporary music, which is massive. Like they get paid so much money.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, and I'm interested to see how it actually started. And how they kind of show that.
It's all the hymns and whatnot, right? So if you were born in, say, the Catholic Church, you hear some of the hymns that they sing. It's very, very boring, very, very very solemn sort of hymns. But then if you were to sort of speed that up a little bit and add some music behind it, you've got a hit there.
Yeah.
Right. It's also the content that they're talking about, and how they can actually relate that back to Jesus.
Yeah.
And God and all that stuff. Yeah. Interesting.
Yep. I'm there for it. That's a good lineup for Lionsgate, actually. It's a good mix between big, mid, doco. They're getting it done.
The only thing though is with what we're going through now, are these movies going to come out? Are they going to get pushed back again? What's
I think
going
that's
on?
why Lionsgate has pushed them back so far. It wasn't just 2 months, 1 month, 2 months, 2 weeks or whatever. It was just straight, next year, mid next year, that's going to be our run. I think they don't expect to make as much with the Jesus music because it's a documentary. So they won't it's a niche genre anyway. So people won't turn up unless it's a Michael Moore doco, or it's Bowling for Columbine, or Fahrenheit 9/11.
Yeah.
So they can afford to put that one out this year. It's kind of smart, but the only thing is Lionsgate doesn't really have a backup streamer that they can just drop on.
Well, it's weird though, right? Because they're I thought they signed a deal with Sony.
I don't
Aren't they
think
with
so.
Sony?
But Sony doesn't have a streamer either.
Lionsgate? Because if they are,
Sony has Funimation as well.
Sony has Netflix. Yeah, Sony has Netflix, man. So if they wanted to, they could try and sell these films back to Netflix.
Yeah.
Considering it's outside of their deal.
Yeah. All right, so project director of the Mass Effect trilogy that just came out, the remastered version. I think it's called the Legendary Edition.
Yeah.
Said that, with all the lore and story and character arcs and character development, Mass Effect couldn't be done as a film. Which, I agree with him. To fit as much as they can in an hour and a half, even 2 hours, they wouldn't be able to do it. I find that they would struggle to even keep it in a show, an HBO show or a Netflix show or something.
it when I play Mass Effect, the first 2 hours is getting to know the characters.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can't make a movie like that. It'd literally be the start. Okay, this is your character. These are these other characters. It's the end of the movie. They've done some cool shit. We've seen movies like this before, and the reason why we don't want these is we don't want it as a movie. It's because of that reason. It's really shit when they do that.
This is
You go there, BD.
this is one of those games where character development doesn't stop as well. Like, you're always meeting new characters and always developing their storylines.
Yeah.
And there's so many variables in there as well. So having like to storyboard depending on the choice you make as well, like moving forward is crazy.
Yeah.
There's always something new.
Yeah. I do think that we're going to get something Mass Effect related. Either that being a show or an anime or something, because like Cavill like has been talking about it. It's now popped up here. Like Warner's been trying for years to get this shit going, and it just wasn't. Know what I mean? They tried and then just dropped it. They dropped it cold. So I think in the next couple of years, like we'll get something either long form or like extremely like sort of short as a movie.
I mean, look at what these guys did with The Witcher, though. You know what I mean? This is what we need for that Mass Effect show.
Yeah, and a budget,
a massive budget.
Like it's not a cheap sci-fi.
No. But I mean, you know, it's not that expensive. You shoot the volume. You know, like you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and that's it for film news this week.
We got them trailers.
All right, moving into trailers.
Fucking.
So we got our first real look at Clifford the Big Red Dog, which is very much like I feel like Gremlins.
Yeah.
It's almost using that Gremlins formula. So this kid gets like this dog from like this fucking Imaginarium pet store, right? And how much you love that dog will determine its size. Clifford then goes home with that kid, sleeps in the same bed. The kid professes love for the dog. The dog fucking explodes the next day. Doesn't kill the kid, though.
No, surprisingly. You'd think that something that weight would just obliterate that kid.
Yeah. It looks really family friendly. There was a scary scene in this fucking trailer when he eats the pit bull or the pug or whatever, the other dog.
Eats a pug, yeah.
And it like you realize Clifford could do some real fucking damage if he got like, you know, going. If Clifford got rabies, if Clifford was fucking Cujo,
mate.
Yeah.
That'd be next level.
It would be King
they'd
Kong
have to send in
all
the
over
fucking
again.
army.
They would. Not even the army.
Badly.
Not even the army's putting Clifford down. Hey, in the books, couldn't Clifford, or the TV show, whichever one you watched, couldn't Clifford talk?
Yeah, so he is getting voiced here by... Fuck, who was he? Someone was providing the voice, and it was actually like...
It should have been George Clooney.
Fuck, who was it? Apparently John
Either way, in the
Ritter
trailer-
voiced him in the show. But in the
Either way, he
movie-
didn't speak in this trailer.
No, he doesn't speak in the trailer. But fuck, who was it? John Cleese is apparently is in here as well. As the store owner. Fuck, who is he?
Yeah, you see him.
Fuck. Now I gotta know.
I must know.
I have to. Fucking hell. They're not giving it up easy, are they?
No.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Bringing these F's home on your fucking report card.
But it was like, fuck, Kenan Thompson's also in there as well.
David Allen Greer.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the
David
vet.
Allen Greer, that's who it is. Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he does
Clifford the
talk.
Big Red Dag.
Very good.
We got our first look at Blood
All
Red
right.
Sky.
Yeah.
Fuck, this looks alright.
As soon as I saw them say this is like Die Hard on a plane, I was like, nah, I don't want to watch this movie.
Same.
And then I watched the trailer. And I was like, wow, this actually does look good.
Yeah.
So this one is basically, you see this this mother and child. It looks like a sickly mother that's traveling overseas to get treated somewhere, and they, you see her take a medicine and everything, and then try to settle down into the flight. Terrorists come on board the plane, which is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Come on board the plane, try hijack the plane. You see the mother get shot and whatnot, trying to protect her son or child. Then you find out that the mother is not really sick. She's not like dope sick or something.
Jeez.
She's a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
Right? And then basically it turns into Die Hard by her trying to make her way through the plane, get rid of the bad guys, and save her son, before shit goes down. Also, her trying to dodge the sun and all that sort of stuff. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it doesn't.
A nice little high concept movie there.
And the vampires look like Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She's got no hair. She's really skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
And it looks like it also gives you like a little bit of backstory with her other vampire coven.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm in for this one, man.
Cool, man.
This is dropping like
Yeah.
August 23rd or something like that. It's like next month.
On Netflix, though.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, man.
I can't wait.
Same.
So we got our first trailer for the greatest movie of the year. I don't know actually, but yeah, this is it's the Many Saints of Newark. So we finally got a trailer. I think a couple of weeks ago we were complaining that there was no fucking trailer, but finally got a trailer. I don't think I saw Uncle Joey in there, but shout out to Uncle Joey, Uncle Joey Diaz.
Yep.
But yeah, this looks good, man. This looks damn good. I saw all the shots of the pork store and like all that and Satrials and like everything, and I was excited.
Yeah.
I was really, really excited because we've never seen Tony Soprano in this sort of point in his life.
Yeah.
Right? We've seen him, we've heard talks about him in the show, but we've never ever seen him and what he was actually going through at this time of his life. So he's like 16, 17 years old. I don't know if he's fallen over and cracked his head open because his mother gave him a bloody panic attack before his cousin went out to go rob those guys. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Well, we also get to see, what's his face? Navolo.
Yeah. As
Chrissy's
his uncle.
dad. Yeah. It's not really his uncle. Not really.
Yeah, but you know how you have
But yeah.
those old family friends that are just automatically your uncle sometimes, or your auntie?
Yeah, we've got family friends now that we still call auntie and uncle.
Yeah.
It's wild.
But
yeah.
This looks like
Ray
the
Liotta.
height of like the families as well. This is when they're at their almost like their peak.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like them at their peak, because them at their like this story you should see Chrissy's dad get killed and how that happened and who actually did that. I have a feeling that it was Tony's dad, but that's me.
Tony's dad is John Bernthal.
I'd say so.
You don't see much of him in the trailer. It looks like this whole movie hinges on his relationship with Navola.
Yeah. On Tony's relationship with Navola. Yeah. But it's also Tony being played by Gandolfini's son looks like it's a bit eerie.
It is kind of weird, like seeing him in motion, because I've only ever seen him in stills, but seeing him in motion, And he kind of does fit the bill. Like, I was kind of doubting the chops before.
Yeah, he's got mannerisms just like his dad.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And we see Vera Farmiga as well.
As Lydia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it looks like she's doing well with that. You know how Lydia, like Tony's mom, is very like sort of aggressive, narcissistic.
Yeah.
Like she's bringing that.
Very aggressive. Very, very condescending. Very. She knows how to push buttons, basically.
And we see a little clip there where she's in the principal's office and they're saying like he's like genius level, and she's just like downplaying all of that.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because through the show you find out that Tony was like, I mean, he got a scholarship to wherever, I don't know what university he went to. He went to university for 3 years. He was smart, but it's just that street life, that life that he saw from his father and his uncle, so Uncle June and everyone, and then Dickie Moltisanti and all these guys. Like, he didn't want that life. What does he call them? I don't know what he calls them. There's this certain thing that he calls like Italians that live like white people. There's a certain thing that he says, like he didn't want that life.
Yeah.
But then in his his late 40s and 50s, he is living that. He's living both of those lives, right? Yeah. He wants to be part of the crew with his doctor and whatnot. And Carmela wants that as well, but then they just can't break away from this thing. They can't break away from their family. Yeah.
I'm excited for it, man.
Beautiful.
This shit is going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah. The next level.
It's Jolt all about their Bado.
Yeah. So we got the trailer for Jolt. Fucking Kate Beckinsale. Fine as hell. And something akin to Crank, to be honest. I didn't really get much from the trailer when I was watching it. Just the fact that, like Dave mentioned, all the action doesn't seem to be Beckinsale. Yeah. It's probably that Heidi Moneymaker that's doing all the action for her.
Well, that's who I think. That's who I think it is.
Yeah.
It looked like him.
But it looks like she gets like a rush from pressing this button that jolts her, and she gets all this energy, and then it's just action-packed like that.
Yeah.
So she's got a supporting cast. Pretty good supporting cast as well. You got Jai Courtney, Stanley. I don't know why I mentioned Jai Courtney first, but like Stanley Tucci, fucking Susan Sarandon's there as well. And it looks pretty interesting. We get to see a little bit of Beckinsale with the kid off as well.
Please.
You know, what's wild is that Jai Courtney kind of looks like that guy, the bad guy in Ant-Man. What's his name? Corey Stoll. Corey Stoll with hair.
He does.
Because I was looking, I was like, "This is Corey Stoll with hair." No. That's Jai Courtney.
But Tucci looks like he's in shape in this movie, though.
Tucci always in shape.
Always. He's like
Tucci gang.
He's like, what's his face, man? Jeremy Piven. Jeremy Piven is always in shape.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. But no, it looks all right. I wouldn't go out of my way to watch this movie after this trailer, to be honest, but it might be a sleeper.
Yeah. I was thinking that as well. It does have like a dirty kind of look to it, but it's straight Crank to High Voltage.
Yeah. Like, I keep looking at this and I'm like, they're trying to like do Crank, but then Atomic Blonde it as well. I didn't mind Atomic Blonde.
Same.
But it feels like they're trying to do too much.
Yeah.
You're doing too much.
Bumping my elbows. We got our first real look at Don't Breathe 2.
Fuck yeah.
Which looks great, but fuck, they gave away a lot.
Yeah, it's just 3-minute trailers, mate. What are you doing?
Just like they were kind of going, well, we'll introduce the bad guys, and I was like, cool. But then they show you him just dismantling these guys throughout the whole fucking trailer. I was like, who's going to be left to kill? He obviously makes it out all right.
Obviously.
But yeah, it's interesting seeing him in like that Terminator 2 switcheroo. sort of becoming the good guy now, but I think there's also something real sinister about him being the good guy and why he's got like this girl with him and sort of interacting with these families and stuff like that. So,
well, I always thought that the story was he had kidnapped a lady who finally had his baby, and that lady died, obviously, and now he is raising this girl.
Well, at the
if
end of the first
she
one,
finds out, yeah,
at the end of the first one, he finds that chick with her little sister. Remember, as they're leaving on the plane, he finds her.
Does he?
Yeah.
I thought it just cuts to the CCTV footage and of them in the airport. You don't see him find them.
Yeah, he's there in that last scene. Like, he grabs her.
Is he?
Yeah. I gotta watch the first one again. I could be wrong.
No.
Yeah.
I think you are wrong. Because that ends with them walking through the airport, and then it pulls back, and it's like you see them walking away on the CCTV, I'm pretty sure. Because he is in hospital. And they wanted to go to California, I think. What movie do you watch?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
Just go to YouTube and say end of Don't Breathe 2. End of Don't Breathe.
Yeah, I'm trying to Google it, and it's just giving me a lot of shit because people want to write. But yeah, I'm liking the look of it. The movie looks really good.
Yeah.
Like now they're fucking around with like, you know, he can read the fucking ripples in the water and shit like that and like know where everyone is. That was like G.I. Joe blind though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G.I. no vision. What do you call it? For me, it was, I liked how it's still him as the monster catching his prey like that throughout the movie though. So it's not just him like action movie jogging out the edge of a train Under Siege 2 styles. Like,
while the train's fucking backflipping behind him and he's just taking a leisurely jog.
I know, it's such a brief fucking stroll. Fucking Baywatch head ass fucking hell.
Yeah, so the end of the first one, fellas, is her seeing the news report of him actually coming out alive. And that's where it ends, because she's at the airport.
All right, very good.
With her sister.
Maybe how did I just create that fucking ending?
Tell me my business again. This is how the Bible was written, my friends.
That's fun. Dum 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 dum.
It's true. It's true. All these stories that we hear from the Bible is 12 people deep. So-and-so remembered this aspect. So-and-so remembered this aspect. He remembered this. He remembered that. I don't wholly remember. I'm going to add something to the story. That's how we got the Bible.
Hearsay the book.
There's some of the Bible that's been proven fact by science.
Some.
Whoa, you can't be saying like, you know, all of it has to be proven.
Some.
Why?
Yeah,
I'm a
but
man
if
of science.
some of it's
Everything has
proven
to
by
be proven.
science, then like
that means that the parts that have been proven are proven true. But what about the other parts of it? That's like saying Superman is real because some lady lifted up a car off their baby. So the fact that she was as strong to lift a car off the baby doesn't make her Superman.
Yeah, but can she fly? Couldn't stop that bullet though.
Exactly.
Maybe she got drip and she fly as hell.
Exactly.
Fucking, you never know.
Yuo's journey to just disprove the Bible continues.
This is the next podcast.
We got a short little teaser for
Badly.
Netflix's The Chair, which stars Sandra Oh.
This fucking killed
This was
me, man.
really good.
Fucker in charge of you fucking fucks.
So, like, the trailer just shows her, like, walking into this office, right? She looks at the name on the door. It's her name. She's Korean. It's Sandra Oh, right? She walks in. She goes to the desk, and, like, she opens up this package, and it's this fucking name plaque for a desk that says, "The fucker in charge of you fucking fucks." Then sits on the chair, and then the chair fucking breaks. So this is like, it's a short show, so it's 6 episodes and 30 minutes an episode. But like, it just details the first woman chair of the English department in this college, in Pembroke College. Yeah. And I would also wager that she's also the first Korean in that chair as well. Or person of color. Yeah. But yeah. It looks good. It looks good. And Sandra Oh is just playing this shit perfectly. Like, when that chair breaks, she fucking nails it. Fuck yeah. You know, the first time that I ever seen Sandra Oh was her getting nailed by Thomas Hayden Church in fucking Sideways.
Fucking
Yeah, it's true. Same.
Every time I think of Sandra Oh now, I just think of her getting nailed by J.K. Simmons in Invincible.
Yeah, so we got a nice little teaser there for the musically inspired Cinderella. For who's doing this? Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah.
Sony made it.
Amazon via Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Sony
Which
via
is weird.
Amazon.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just big sings in this movie, and it's like,
Hey,
I don't like that.
I'm all there for like the singing. You know what I mean? I like my musicals, but this was just like one fucking
when it's
note.
contemporary, I like it. When it's set in the olden times, I don't need to see that shit. I have a fucking cartoon right there if I need
So this
it.
is like not contemporizing, but it's using contemporary music in the movie as well. And it's got who else? Billy Porter as well as
Billy Porter is her fairy godmother.
Called Fab G.
That's
in this.
Yeah. It's the only reason why I would watch the movie is because Billy Porter's in it.
And then it's got Camilla Cabello as Cinderella herself. So it almost looks like it's Cinderella after she gets out of the basement, because now she's like moved out. She's got her own store. It's Dresses by Ella or Threads by Ella or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see.
You know what's wild? Is that we've had this movie before. Like, we had this exact same movie, and it was Brandy as Cinderella, and it was Whitney Houston as her fairy godmother.
Mm-hmm. But that could have been like Sing You to Fucking Death as well.
Probably was. I never watched that movie either. Cinderella just never did it for me.
Yeah.
It was always like, it was always trash. Like Beauty and the Beast and those sort of like, musicals, fire. Cinderella was always boring, man.
I thought so too. And then I watched Kenneth Branagh's Cinderella, the one that he did recently with Lily James and Richard Madden's in there. Yeah. And like a couple of other people. But like that one was actually really good.
Yeah.
Kenneth Branagh nailed that shit.
I don't know. It's the connotation around that movie for me.
What do you call it?
What do you mean, the connotation?
She gets all dolled up and whatnot to go impress someone so she can get married. Like, it's just weird. It's a weird story.
The whole thing of being more than yourself just so you can score someone.
That's right.
So in Kenneth Branagh's one, it's she goes there to represent her family because her father's dead.
Yeah. But the original story is...
Is that her aim?
She's just
to go there and just pick the prince up?
Go there and get married, yeah.
Is it though?
The prince in there was literally running through as many hoes as he could find within the kingdom so he could find a wife.
Yeah.
That's Cinderella.
I guess this is all based in a different fucking
Wild Wild
Wild
story.
Wild West. This is all based in a time where I guess the responsibilities of men and women were a lot different as well, or at least based off what was provided. Like having a woman and being the prince and then marrying her, and she has to bear you a son as the first child and shit like that. So I guess like the portrayal of women was completely different compared to now, where they have a lot more freedom to actually do what they need to.
Yeah. Oz just doesn't subscribe to the woke reimaginings of it all.
Wokerella.
That's what your Kenneth Branagh version is. It's a woke
But you haven't-
reimagining. Because back in the day, marriage wasn't about that. Back in the day, people used to pay other people money. That's what a dowry is, to marry their daughters off. They didn't want daughters; they wanted sons.
Yeah, but that's like cool, but like Kenneth Branagh's one is just different. Like watch the movie before you call it woke.
It's 100% woke.
All right.
Stay asleep.
You just called out the show, the movie, and the story itself for not being woke enough.
For not being what's his face enough, accurate enough. It's not being woke; it's being accurate. I look for the accuracy. When I saw that Jolt trailer and Kate Beckinsale is throwing around guys that weigh 260, 275, not accurate. That
yeah,
never
but it's
happened.
Phil though. That's escapism.
Even if she had her little, I don't care. Even if I saw a small guy do that, even if I saw Bruce Lee do that, same story. That's never ever going to happen in real life.
No, but neither's a lot of the stuff in like John Wick, but we still love it. As if John Wick isn't dying when he like destroys his car like that.
John Wick would have died. John Wick would have died in that bloody confrontation right at the start. They would have killed that man right
I
then.
know, but that's what I'm saying.
Life.
That's like the escapism of it. I can like suspend disbelief. It's when they betray the tone of the film, and it's like now all of a sudden they're playing zany fucking sound effects and just shooting O's out the window 10 feet. That's when it's like, nah, it's not for me.
No. Tell me what this Beckett is about.
So this is like John David Washington, right?
It's not what's his face. Yeah, it's not what's his face. The Beckett that I was expecting. Ted Danson in there, being surly as hell.
Was that Becca?
Yeah.
That was Becker. But
Boris.
still, that's what as soon as I saw it, that's what I thought of.
Badly. So this is him and his missus, right? They're on a trip in Italy. And then their car just goes off the cliff. And then all of a sudden, like, his wife just disappears. He doesn't know if she's dead or she's alive. He wakes up alone. And then the authorities, like, he goes to the authorities and then they're after him. And
the authorities are like, there was no one in this house.
Yeah. They're just denying all the shit that happened. And then he's kind of on his own in Italy. And everyone's out to get him.
And he's got to make it to the embassy.
Yeah. They were like they didn't tell you anything about the plot in this trailer.
No.
They kind of just didn't show you enough. There was a lot of shots of him just being crazy.
Yeah, and him getting shot.
Yeah, they kind of gave that away there.
I don't know. Maybe he is just crazy, to be honest. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
I'm expecting it just not to be real.
Yeah, true.
Everything that he's seeing is just not real. The whole thing of him, his wife isn't real. Everything isn't real. That's what I'm expecting.
Could be another one of those Repo Men fucking lines where at one point in the fucking movie, everything else is just a dream, and he's actually still dead in the car.
Yeah.
Or kiss me before you wake up.
Still laying in the cut. Jesus. They never ever nailed that feeling in what's his face in the other what's his face
in the remake. Nah.
They didn't know that feeling of it being a dream, right?
They kind of they did, but then they just shattered the dream right at the end there.
Because it's weird in the original, like the musical cues and everything are tied into all of that. So you hear it at the end, you hear the musical cue of the dream, and you're like, is it a dream? Is it real? Or
Yeah.
like, what's happening? And then the fact that he wanted those memories of blue sky on Mars and all that sort of stuff.
Do you think Nolan tapped into that for Inception?
Yeah.
We got another trailer we got a first trailer for Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. So this one is like...
What is this about?
This is a sequel to Scorpion's Revenge. It's a direct sequel. But
does it start where that one ends?
Yeah, but it's also very heavily tied into the games as well, where like Raiden goes to Shao Kahn and he's basically like, let's stop all this tournament shit. Let's hold one last tournament that will decide the fate of all the realms. So Earth and Outworld and all that shit. Like there's like 4 or 5 of them that they got to work out. And then, Liu Kang is the chosen one, apparently, in this. He's the one that was so pure at birth that he could be the one to change the fate of Earth.
He's just busting rainbows, is he?
So he's like, it's like legit a tournament, though. Whereas Scorpion's Revenge was like what happens outside of the tournament, during the tournament.
I've just got what's his face running through her head. G thing. Shao, what up? Gotta give it what's up, B? That's all I'm seeing.
And then we got our last trailer,
This could be good.
which was
Masters of the Universe, man. The full story trailer.
Good, man.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So Kevin Smith posted this either today or yesterday. This looks damn good. Damn good. So basically all the magic has been sucked out of Eternia. And He-Man had to break his sword in half and everything. It looks like we get a bad He-Man as well. It looks like all this stuff.
maybe he's got to defeat that
They have
side
to
of him.
reunite. Yeah. You got to reunite the realms and everything to bring everyone together. And
if
cool.
Eternia dies,
Very, very
so does
cool.
the whole galaxy. So the stakes is high.
That's right. Yeah. The stakes is real high.
I noticed in this trailer they didn't really show Skeletor. He wasn't like a big part of it.
No, you see a shot at the end. That's about it. But it's weird though, this Skeletor, because he's got like
The Rams.
sort of the ram's horns.
Yeah.
And then that changes and then he turns into himself. The actual Skeletor that we know and love.
Yeah.
Besides of Frank Langella,
Yeah.
which is always fire to me. But yeah. Maybe he has that other part of He-Man's sword in that scepter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire. So when Kevin Smith was talking about this, he actually spoke and said that this will actually start exactly where the very last episode finished.
Okay.
Because supposedly they ended that He-Man series on a cliffhanger. And we never ever got it. Like after the 80s or whatever it is, they never ever finished it off.
Fuck.
Yeah. So this shit's been 30 years in the making.
Shit. This could be good, man. So this is like part 1 drops July 23rd.
Wow, so we've got 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. So this drops the
Very
same
cool.
day Blood Red Sky drops. Little counter programming.
Darn it.
I'm about it.
But
I'll watch
I reckon
both
they'll
them
only
shits.
drop 6 or 7 episodes or something like that.
Yeah, and they'll only be 24 minutes apiece anyway. So.
Yeah. Oh well. I'm there for it. It looks good, man.
Same.
I might watch this with Brody, see what he thinks. He'll probably look at it and be like, the fuck is he, man?
So what is this?
I know.
Watch
It
him,
was Renee Zellweger.
watch him come through and do the "I have the power" for you. Fuck, it would be cool.
That'd destroy me if he does the "I have the power," because he's got a
I
sword
know.
as well.
You need to get him to do it now, and then do it again when he's like 21, and then you clip it together.
With bad effects, like him changing.
Yeah.
And then in the back have like the cartoon He-Man and have Lundgren on the other side.
Badly.
Lundgren was a fucking.
You gotta have that cartoon He-Man was hilarious. He had like the dickhead.
Yeah.
Hair.
But
It was wild. It's like he could just take his hair off.
Lego hair.
what fucked me up about He-Man though was that when he was Prince Adam, he's like, "Hi, I'm Prince Adam," and then when he fucking changes, "And I'm He-Man," it's like they fucked up the voice lines, and then they were just like, "Oh fuck it, just go with it." Oh fuck!
That's it, fellas. That's all the trailers we have this week.
It's all the news.
Yeah. All right. Loki.
What'd you watch there?
Good episode this week.
Quite interesting. Very good episode. Another short episode. Little stinger there in the middle, but still. Very short episode, but very good episode. This it was just action balls to the walls this episode.
Yeah. So this there was a lot of truth in this episode. A lot of shit came out.
Yeah.
So
What was the name of this episode?
I don't know.
No clue.
Have we only got 2 episodes left?
Yeah.
Fuck.
They said that it was the mid-season trailer. So yeah, we've only got 2.
Shit.
That's it. That's a wrap. Hopefully they're like an hour and a bit each.
Hopefully, but they won't be, unless our last episode's like a full nice 90-minute number. But that won't happen either.
That'd be nice, actually. So this one was called the Nexus event.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So we seen Loki and Sylvie get rescued by Mobius.
Yep.
At the start, off that planet, Valentis, was it? I don't know.
Lamentus one.
Lamentus, that's it. I think Valentis is Game of Thrones. So they got out. They got taken back to the TVA. Renslayer takes them to the Timekeepers. And then Sylvie and Loki break free, and they fight everyone a la Last Jedi.
But better.
Yep.
And then launch a shield at one of the Timekeepers' heads, and it comes off. You find out the fucking Timekeepers is machines. They cyborgs.
Yeah.
So that shit's all a lie.
We find out what happens when you get reset as well.
You find out that...
Yeah.
You find out what happens when you get reset. Before that, though, we find out what she's actually doing to the people when she takes their hands, right? So that she's showing them past memories of lives that they've lived already, right? So we see B-15. Yeah, B-15 go into Sylvie's room. She takes it back to that other planet that they were at. And she shows her previous life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's an ally.
It's crazy. And now she's an ally. She does get bloody, what's it called?
Pruned.
De-resed, I want to call it. But yeah, she does get pruned, though, in the episode.
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's weird. I'm thinking that this is straight Kang's world.
Mm.
And that's why time and everything flows differently and everything.
Yeah.
Because Kang right now, if in Ant-Man and the Wasp, if you pause it just right, you can see a globe, right, in one of the corners, and that is Kang's world inside the quantum verse.
Oh shit.
So I don't know if they're there. Yeah, if they're there.
Okay.
because like Ant-Man says, it time operates differently in those worlds, in the quantum realm. So yeah, could be Kang's world. We could be getting, in the next couple of episodes, we could get to see Kang.
I think that's what the end
I'm
credit
hoping.
stinger will be, is Kang.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah.
We also get
Well, I don't know if they will though, because it should lead into what, Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's going to be the next one.
Yeah.
We also get to see why Renslayer looks like she's covering all this shit up. Is because she let Sylvie loose when she was like a child, and then I kind of felt differently about Sylvie as well, because she's been living her whole life in these fucking Nexus events.
Yeah, just around death and destruction her whole life. Yeah,
which is scary.
And the fact that they just took her as well. There was no reason to take her. She wasn't like a variant, like, you know, you think that they are. It's just a different time of it. What was interesting though was the fact that the Loki and Sylvie, when they get close to each other, and when, you know, they could actually change the timeline, right? Or cause a Nexus level event.
Yeah.
On the timeline. Yeah. Which is different.
Is this time cop logic? Where if two of the same occupy the same space?
Occupy the same space. They both cease to exist. I don't know. I doubt it, because they've touched each other already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So Mobius got pruned as well?
Weird. Mobius got pruned as well.
And then...
As did Loki. Spoilers.
Huh?
As did Loki.
Yeah. So the show, or the episode ended with Loki getting pruned. Which I kind of expected, but when I seen it, I was like, you motherfuckers!
Oh no.
And...
You goddamn bastards.
And then in the mid credits,
it's a little Sin City.
And in the mid credits, we got to see where Loki actually ended up. Like, he didn't die and just like go into nothingness. He actually got transported to another world, and it looked like
where there's other.
You go.
There's other different Lokis there.
Yeah. But I thought that black guy was like Black Thor, because he had a hammer. Unless that's a universe or a timeline where Loki's actually Thor.
Or Loki was just worthy to wield the hammer.
That's right. It just means that Odin chose Loki instead of Thor.
Yeah. Overall, there's a lot more questions than answers. Like they gave you something, but then they're like, but here's 10 more questions.
Yeah. And they say that when Loki and Sylvie sort of have that moment where it could be that they're falling for each other was the fastest like possible Nexus event that could occur.
Yeah. Because that went like, it's like
almost directly up.
DEFCON 6 type shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Interesting, man.
Because I want to see what happens, like whether the show is going to end with them actually getting together and what that Nexus event would look like.
Yeah. What did it actually do? If it had literally just break them out of wherever they are. Right? So if it had just break everybody out of the stupor that they're in and they'd remember everything.
Can you imagine if Loki's character arc ends with love conquers all? Which would be completely fucking different from when he started as the 2012 Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon because Renslayer is the only person to liaise with the Timekeepers as well, she is the one person that knew the whole time that she was a variant.
Yeah.
And that's why she's trying to keep it all together there too. Because maybe she was the first variant that they sort of took over. I went from there. Maybe she's the timekeeper and there's not 3 people and it's just Kang controlling her.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, they mentioned that they brought Titans to the party there, so
They have all those Infinity Stones as well.
weird.
Maybe they'll use them to break out, if anything.
yeah.
Can you imagine if
Fuck, that'd
Thanos
be
shows up? Like, good Thanos?
It'd be fucking
Fuck,
cool.
can you imagine if that was one of the variants of Thanos, where he's just a good guy?
Yeah.
But Titans are...
Good guy Thanos.
Because Titans are the opposite to Eternals as well. So there could be bad Eternals that show up too. Because of everything happening. Well, bad Eternals are Titans, but you know what I mean.
You know, I kind of want to get to the end of the show just to kind of see what happens, but then I don't want it to end just so soon.
I don't want it to end either. I like what I'm seeing. It's really interesting. It's so different to the MCU.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
I'd love them to just, like, you know how we always talk about supercutting each show together, so it's just 6 hours a show in one hit?
Yeah.
I'd love to see them take everything that's happened between WandaVision to Loki and supercut all of it together, inclusive of fucking Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just to see, like, where everything sort of lines up chronologically as well. It'll be the longest show in the world, but still, like...
Can you imagine if they did that and the movies?
Fuck.
You'd die in that seat.
You would. Just see me just there, just bleeding.
Those would just not go. I'd just be like, I'm not going, thank you.
No,
I'll miss this
I don't
one.
think I will.
Badly. That's what it'd be.
Fucking, it would literally be young Cap at the start when you start all of it, and then old Cap at the end. Oh, fuck.
And that's Cap.
All right, what'd you watch there, Bado?
I watched Tomorrow War, No Sudden Move, and Rambo Foreskin.
Very good.
Is that porno that Sly did back in the day?
Badly.
So was Tomorrow War the Edge of Tomorrow killer?
No, not at all. Couldn't be that if it tried. Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. I'll never watch the movie again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was okay. It's good to watch.
Yeah.
Good special effects, good stunts in there. I wish it was R-rated, to be honest, so it could differentiate itself from Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did it go as hard as Edge of Tomorrow? Because there was some bits in Edge of Tomorrow that was pretty like violent.
Not at all.
There's, like, you see a dude get bitten in half, and that's about it.
Okay.
But there's no blood, nothing.
And what about Chris Pratt? How was he as the protagonist?
Pratt was good. Pratt's always good, really, when you think about it. He's always kind of playing the same person.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was quite good. Simmons for me was the standout.
Yeah.
And Strahovski absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's always good. Really.
Watching this movie.
And No Sudden Move?
No Sudden Move was good as well. Another movie I'd never watch again.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, man. It doesn't. It didn't have rewatchability. So once I watched it, I didn't feel like watching it again. Whereas like the Oceans trilogy, I'll watch again.
Yeah.
Like Logan Lucky, I'd watch again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like
Out of Sight?
there's just no, for me, Out of Sight. I've only really watched Out of Sight once. To be
Same.
honest.
Yeah.
I just like to brag that
But
it's
yeah.
awesome.
I can't even say that it's awesome because I don't think I've ever watched a movie start to finish.
That's fucked.
Damn.
But yeah, other than that, it's not bad.
All right.
I'm waiting for next week. See what Black Widow has on it.
Yeah.
You know, Black Widow is gonna have to be like, the best MCU movie ever, considering like what we got recently with Wanda and Loki and Falcon.
Fucking oath.
Like it's gonna have to be the best.
Yeah.
Right? It can't be mediocre. It can't be really shit. I saw this guy post on Twitter the other day and it was like, Black Widow is the movie that makes men scream and puts them in their place. And I was like, are you serious?
I don't think that's the reason they made the fucking movie.
This is not the marketing that they want for the movie, because all you do is take guys and just be like, hey, this movie's not for you. And they're like, hey, all right, cool. It's not for us. And then complain that guys aren't watching the fucking movie. Like, you know what I mean? It's fucking stupid, man.
Mm-hmm.
Disney needs to take care of their own. They need to take care of their own media for this shit.
Yeah.
Like reviews and whatnot. If they put out any of that shit, Disney should be like, take that the fuck down, because that's not what we're representing here. Like, that's just dumb. That's stupid clickbait.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be good if, like, you know, Iger or Chapek or even some of the stars of the movie or the director actually came through and was just like, it wasn't about that. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, about
Did you
this.
actually watch the movie? Did you watch the movie, or did you just write the article?
I kind of feel like sometimes there's like this, like if there's a female driven movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's fucking mad. And then it's just no one, and like no one says anything. But then there's one person that's like, take that, men. It's like, oh,
I know.
Mate.
We're the ones that are driving. We're driving this industry, right? We are. Like, you guys won't even, like, women won't even support other women sometimes. Charlie's Angels came out and it was not supported because they said, hey guys, this one's not for you. So we stood back. We did what we were told. Hey, it's not for us. We're not going to watch this movie. And then they complained that we weren't watching the movie. Because it was our fault, supposedly, somehow. Fuck's sake.
In my perspective, I never see things like men and women. You know what I mean? Like, they're two different categories. It's just like, well... Anyways.
All that comes down to me is the movie good? Yes or no? Yeah, it's a good movie. I bet I'm going to go watch that movie. I don't care if it's starring a woman. I don't care. Like, the greatest, like, you know, heroes that we have are women. And it's not Wonder Woman. It's fucking what's-her-face. It's Ripley. It's Ripley. Everyone right now is trying to be Ripley. And the reason why Ripley plays as well as she does, even in today's standards, is because Ripley wasn't written as a woman. Ripley wasn't written as a man. It was just a character. So whoever wrote that script, the Guyler, I think, wrote the script of Ripley as just anyone. And then what's-his-face was like, hey, Sigourney, come over here. We want you to read this. Scott was like, hey, you're basically the star. Let's do this. And that's how it should be. There shouldn't be roles written for women and roles written for men. It should just be, hey, this character does so this. Can you do this? All right, cool, bet. You cast.
That's probably the safest way as well, even in terms of like what your character's sexual orientation is, right? If like the two best characters are female, like there's like the relationship there. Showcase it. Shit.
That's it.
All right. We'll see next week if we come back, if we're not cancelled. What you watch there, Matto?
Try cancel me.
Come for me. I'm waiting.
Fucking badly. I'll post my address and everything in. We'll have a nice little chat.
See you just waiting at the door like Michael Madsen with the rock salt shotgun.
Badly. I'd spit on you too.
Jeez.
Fucking hell. But what did I watch? I watched Aquaman again for like the third time. I fucking love this movie, man. I can't get over this movie. Really enjoy it. And then I watched Prisoners. Fuck, I love this movie. Fucking love Gyllenhaal's haircut in this movie as well. But
I'm in awe of your performance and your hair.
See, he's just fucking rubbing his hair. Pause.
The wrong haircut can make and break a movie.
It's true.
Yeah, very true.
If Brad Pitt had a horseshoe in Fury, I would not want I would not want to watch that movie. I'd be like, hey, what's going on here, man?
Well, can you imagine if, like, it was a horseshoe, but it was still slicked back on the sides like that.
And long into the
What's going
ponytail.
on here?
That's fucked, man.
What do you mean? That's how that his hair was in Dexter, remember?
Yeah.
Carradine? Michael
Fuck, yeah.
Carradine?
Fucking
He was like, he had the bald up until about here, and then the hair was long. He was just trying to prolong that dream.
like that fucking Owen.
Died years ago, my friend.
Like that Owen the Mask. When you fucking...
Badly.
The golf? But nah, Prisoners for me is the maddest fucking movie. Just Hugh Jackman out here invoking street justice. Hugh Jackman has one of the best performances in this fucking movie as well.
Yeah.
When Gyllenhaal's fucking following him and he gets in that car and he fucking snaps like that when he's drinking.
Yeah.
But like the connotations behind this movie are so fucking good and it makes me so fucking sad. And Hugh Jackman's portrayal of that character makes me realize that if I ever have a daughter and she goes missing, I might just do the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when
Or
Hugh
just
Jackman
child in
isn't
general.
playing the golden boy, he fucking kills.
Yeah.
You see that as well in the front runner, I
Yeah.
find too. He's supposed to be the golden boy, but he's kind of got a very, very active personal life there.
But the one thing I never expect from this movie is the chemistry between Jackman and Gyllenhaal as well. And Gyllenhaal is the fucking best in this movie too. When he fucking finds Das Malkian and fucks him up like that is the best thing in the world. Or even him talking to his chief. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me there wasn't full security on this guy the whole time? You could have told me. I could have been there and I'd know where the fuck he is. Fuck you. I fucking love it, man. Fuck, he's the best. But nah, this movie fucking...
Who is Jackman? Who does Jackman play against in this?
Play against.
Yeah,
Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Terrence
Terrence
Howard,
Howard was
yeah.
just straight like bitch in this movie for me. Like, good performance, but I feel like you could have gotten someone else for it.
Well, when it's not your daughter.
But Howard's daughter gets taken
Yeah.
as well.
Oh shit! Yeah, he does. Fuck.
Yeah. But Thingy, it's his wife. His wife had a mad performance in there as well. The lady from Thingy, Suicide Squad and Widows.
Ah, fucking yeah. Shit, Amanda Waller. Fuck,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
her name? Fuck.
Mm.
I always remember her name, and then today it's like, yeah, tell me her name. Nah, not there.
Not today.
Memory
Not
has
today.
left the chat.
Badly. Those need to stop smoking before the
Again, it was
getting blazed in my way.
it's those delicious quiche that took away the memories.
Sadly.
But nah, Prisoners, so fucking good. I also watched No Sudden Move and Tomorrow War. I have the same opinion as... Sorry, Doug, you were going to say?
Nah, I was gonna wait for your opinion.
Oh, I have the same opinion as Dave on No Sudden Move and Tomorrow War. Actually, I didn't like Tomorrow War.
Okay.
Fucking, yeah. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to. Like, I was just expecting maybe a 6 out of 10 movie here where you just go through, you only watch it once, and it's just camp and just gets it done. But I just couldn't get into it.
Okay.
Like, the whole time, I was trying to get sucked into the world, and just couldn't get through it.
Okay.
I think it was just the absence of violence and the fact that because it's very Edge of Tomorrow-ish, I was expecting something else.
All right. Did they do anything like? Did they fuck the time travel aspect up, or like the characters just weren't there, or was it the action sequences?
I like the time travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time travel.
The time travel was cool because they basically they get these things on their wrists.
Yep.
And they're locked down for 7 days, right? So 7 days is their tour of duty.
Okay.
That they have to do. So once the timer on their wrist rocket goes to 0, they get transported back
Okay.
into the past. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, like, I don't know, there was just parts of this movie where I was like, eh. No Sudden Move I liked. Liked Logan Lucky more as well. There was some fucking hilarious bits in No Sudden Move, though, where I pissed myself laughing. Fucking Benny and Cheadle together is a fucking power couple, man.
Yeah. Fuck.
But Nah, No Sudden Move was the decent heist movie for the year until something better comes out.
Fuck. All right.
And then I watched Fear Street Part 1, 94.
How was this?
This was alright, man. This was alright. I like this more than Tomorrow War. Fucking
Okay.
I watched this at like 2:30 in the fucking morning as well. And it is like an hour 40 minutes, so and it goes quick.
Shit.
I really enjoyed this because it was like a throwback to old slasher flicks
Okay.
with a mix of the paranormal.
Yep.
The characters were all right for me as well. And this had one of the best kills I've seen in a slasher movie in a very fucking long time as well.
All right.
I won't spoil it, but fucking that was pretty good. But it's a bit of a slow burn until it gets to like everything fucking happening.
All right. And is the slow burn like more just because they're developing characters and sort of adding that in there?
Yeah, so they tell you about each character that is introduced and all of their relationships together. And it's only until about maybe 50 minutes into this movie that shit does start to go down properly.
Okay.
Yeah. But some players from Stranger Things are in there as well.
Yeah. How was Maya Hawke in this? Because I've seen she opens the movie.
She was all right, man. I have the biggest crush on her from Stranger Things 3 as well. I fucking love this girl. But she's good. She's good. But the soundtrack for this movie was fucking excellent.
Yeah?
So good. They play... Because it's all in 94, so they didn't have a lot of hip-hop, but it was a lot of rock. So, like, Creep by Radiohead played, all these other mad rock tracks. But there's a scene where this girl's babysitting, and all you hear in the back is G's and Hustlers start playing. It was the fucking best thing in the world.
Fuck. What's his face? Yeah, go on.
But no, this... I like this. Like, it was... I gave it 3.5 stars, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
Fuck yeah. I was gonna say, like, Tarantino was thinking of getting Uma and Maya Hawke as Bibi and the Bride for a Kill Bill 3 as his last movie, but he said he probably won't do it.
Yeah. No, like, I could see it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Excited to watch all these movies here.
Yeah. And then I finished off Megalobox as well.
Ooh. How was that? How was, like, the season finale?
Oh, man, this
Worth
was the
it?
fucking highlight. Oh, man.
Was it worth the edging?
Jesus.
Tell me more.
Edging my Megalobox, please. But this was good. So like I said before, episode 12 like ends with them approaching the ring.
Yep.
And then this whole episode was just fucking fight. And then in between, like, fucking their motives for the fight and shit like that. But man, the way they ended this, like, was so good. I wish there's going to be more, but this is one of those shows where even though it's season 2, I reckon they could just stop here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking mad.
So good, man. This was so fucking good. I've stopped watching My Hero as well because I'm going to wait for the whole season to come out and then I'm just going to binge the rest of it.
All right. Very good. Very good there, Beatty. So I watched America, the motion picture. This was the animated one that had fucking Channing Tatum as George Washington. Killer Mike's in there.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking Jason Mantzoukas. It was good, man. The animation was mad. It was fucking funny though. Just their different take on
Was
it.
it?
And like between this and Hamilton, like the only way that you should cram history down someone's throat, is like through like a mad animated version like this, or like a musical, a contemporary musical. Because this shit just hits.
I'm gonna check it out. I didn't expect it to be out so quick.
I know there was so much shit that came out, but I think across all of us, we covered it. And then I started through the week. I started Clarice, so I watched the first 6
How is it?
episodes. So I like expected it to be like really really shit, but it's not bad so far. So I didn't expect as much connective tissue as it does to the original, to Silence of the Lambs. So her wardrobe's back, her car's back, like a lot of the characters are back. that Rebecca Breeds fucking nails Clarice Starling. Pause. Like, she's so good in this role. Like, she's got the accent down. Never once does it falter. She's got the Jodie Foster mannerisms and everything. The only thing is that it can be like really contrived in terms of Clarice being in the middle of everything. You know what I mean? So
it's one thing she was not in the movie.
So yeah, so they do get her to sort of go out and do her own thing in some aspects. Like, that's just part of the character, which was cool. But like, there's an episode where there's a hostage situation, and she's the one that gets called in out of everyone. She's the one that gets called in. So it was like, okay, cool. But
so they didn't call SWAT in; they called her in.
Well, this is like the guy that's heading up the assault in the house,
right?
Because he's in the house, like the hostage taker, and he calls for her to come in to sort of negotiate. So of course they let her. There's like other episodes where like she kind of does her lone wolf thing and then gets kidnapped and shit like that. But it's cool seeing what happened 6 months after Silence of the Lambs and where the characters actually progress to, because she does try to get away from being the forefront and being in front of the media and getting rid of, like, you know, that stigma about like the serial killer chaser and stuff like that, and she kind of buries herself in the more behavioral science unit and stuff like that. But where the show kind of breaks down a little bit is in comparison to Hannibal, and that's more because they decided, hey, we're gonna, like, you know, show how you sort of show like your behavioral psychology degree the same way they do Will Graham's. So him having these vivid dreams, like he's got the magic eye and shit like that. He can imagine himself and then bring that to like, you know, the characters and things like that. It's probably a bit too connective to Hannibal, but I'm enjoying it so far. Like, it's actually not bad. So yeah, I'm excited to finish
Very
it
nice.
off. And they bring the music back as well, which is good. Yeah,
That's good.
and it's also set in the 80s, but then it feels like a modern show, weirdly. So it's pretty cool. Them sort of like not using modern technology and, like, you know, Clarice being a lone wolf and stuff like that just adds to the danger. But I got to say, like, Rebecca Breeds just kills it. Like, she was the one thing that I was like, this is either going to sell it or it's going to fuck it all up completely. And she, like,
Just make a break, baby.
yeah, and she nails it. She fucking nails it.
That's good.
Yeah. And that's it for the week.
It.
That's a wrap. You can find us on all social media outlets or services, whatever the fuck you call them. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter as Smoke and Mirrors Oz. We're also on Spreaker, where we host our podcast, and YouTube under Logo Smith Media. Yes, come check us out. Drop us a comment. Follow us. We'll follow back. All that good stuff. Yeah. Love yourself and love movies.
Yeah. Get vaccinated. Everyone out here in New South Wales having fun with Lockie D. Just make sure you take care of yourself. Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.
I'll be back.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Hold on to your butts.